Should we kick it off?
Let's go.
All right. I'm here with Dr. Robin Beavers, and as you've told me, you spent a lot of time and money on getting the first doctor part.
That's right.
Yeah. Here at the home of the Timbers, and you work at the Timbers.
I do.
What do you do for the Timbers?
I am the Senior Vice President for Community and Social Impact.
Awesome. So I know it's hard to see behind us there, but we have in the stadium SCUSA, which is Soccer City USA.
That's correct.
Yeah. And the Timbers, as most folks know, like ton of loyalty, a huge part of the city. I wanted to start with a huge thank you. You were a big part. You were on stage as a sponsor of We Believe in Portland in September, and you liked it so much that you're going to host all of us, 1,000 folks, on the field or somewhere. Okay.
We hope it's on the field.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for that. And
You're welcome. Thank you for allowing us to host. It's a great way to celebrate. This is our 50th season.
Whoa.
So it's our 50th anniversary this year. So why not go big and host We Believe in Portland?
Yeah, I love it. Cool. So we talked about this just a few minutes ago, but I believe that Portlanders doing hard things is a big part of how our city comes back, and I believe we kind of hit rock bottom maybe 18 months ago, 12 months ago, and we've been on the rise. There's been all kinds of things in sport. We've got the WNBA team coming in here, and women's sports as well, like a big part of what Portland does really, really well. But if you could describe like a hard thing that you personally or the Timbers, have had to do or overcome, it'd be great for the audience to know that.
I think personally, just overcoming the pandemic era, as I call it. Especially for myself, a person that's used to being out in the mix and intermingling with people, and having super social, and having to have a hard reset in 20 and part of 21. I think that was really difficult, and learning to do things and communicate with people a different way. So that was really hard. I think, of course, for the Timbers, they've had some turmoil in the last couple of years, but overcoming that, it was hard. But I think they're on the rise, or we are on the rise, because I'm part of the Timbers too.
And just
I think
remind us that it used to be the Thorns and the Timbers were all together.
Yes.
Now they're run separately. Right?
That is correct.
Okay.
So as of last season, the Thorns got a new owner, and so that was, I wouldn't say it was, I don't know if it's hard, but it was different. Especially the transition was different, especially for a lot of people who've been with the club for a long time, and they've worked with both teams. It's hard when you got green stuff and you got red stuff, and now you only want to wear the green stuff now. So that, I think, is I wouldn't say like really hard, but definitely different. Yes.
Well, I know these aren't long videos. I'd love to do like a whole podcast, 45 minutes of your life, because it's pretty amazing. But if we just focus on the fun, like top lightning round of top 3 things, specific stuff, whether it's restaurants or things you like to do in and around Portland, what would that be?
Oh my goodness.
Besides picking up trash and being with 1,000 of our friends.
Oh my, there's so many different things I love about Portland, and I wish the world just knew and forgot about that small little thing that they saw.
Well, you've been around for a while.
I'm born and raised here, 3rd, 4th generation, however you want to count it. And 3rd generation, and I love everything from my childhood growing up in Portland. From Rose Festival was really big in our family. I have a sister that was a Rose Festival queen, but even before she was queen, it was like a big deal. We always went to the Grand Pearl Parade. I marched in the Junior Parade a couple of times. I mean, everything was a big deal. So Rose Festival, I think living in between the mountain and the beach is a big deal.
Totally.
Probably been to the beach more than the mountain, just because I'm kind of that beach girl. Or the coast, we don't really call it the beach.
That's right.
You're not wearing a bikini at the Oregon coast, but
not when it's snowing.
Not when it's snowing, but it's still really nice.
Yeah.
So I love that. And then too, I think sports is a big part of it as well. I grew up starting off playing softball, Little League, played basketball, ran track.
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Jefferson High School.
Great.
But even as a kid, I grew up in, now they call it the Concordia neighborhood, but back then, that's when the old Adams High School that turned Whitaker Middle School and Fern Hill Park. We have this Fern Hill Park gang, and all the way from the time we were little up until high school, we spent, that's when Portland Parks and Rec was a big deal, and we spent every summer at the park all day, every day, unless we were at each other's like Little League games, just playing everything, hanging out, going to Mr. Burgers, which doesn't exist anymore, but it was on 42nd and Killingsworth, the best burger and fries. And so like,
I'm getting a history lesson here.
Yeah, those are the things that I love. And the Fern Hill Park gang was something. Like it was, and we all went to different schools. Some of us went public, some were private. The private,
still friends today?
We're still friends, at least on Facebook. We hang out. We see each other. In fact, fun fact, when I did KGW's Great Toy Drive last not this past year, but the last year, one of those friends worked for one of the banks, and so we got to hang out and catch up while we were volunteering, unloading the toys. Awesome. So it's always fun, and we follow each other on Facebook, and it's I love my Fern Hill Park days. Those are probably my greatest childhood memories. So,
all right, we're gonna have to look up Mr. Burger.
Mr. Burger, oh my God, yeah. If you know, you know.
All right, thanks, Robin. So appreciate that, and thanks again for we're not in the most ideal position to see the whole field, but if you've been to a Timbers game, you know how electric it is. So it's gonna be great.